Yeah, we're back in it. Ready to get to it. Let's get it.
It is WrestleMania here, back with another video. A Backlash is almost here as the WWE Universe prepares for one last match between Randy Orton and undisputed champion John Cena. Join us now as we look at this week's edition of the Blue Brand, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including the fan who threw the bottle at John Cena was kicked out of SmackDown, the fake Randy Orton identity revealed, AJ Styles hacked again, a fan goes viral for his reaction, Logan Paul apologizes to Stone Cold Steve Austin, Karrion Kross's big backstage role, and much more. As always, we start off with the good as number 1, Bliss is back. Alexa Bliss is finally back as Little Miss Bliss appeared as Women's United States Champion Zelina Vega's surprise tag team partner against Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Bliss got the win with a Sister Abigail on Green, giving Bliss some momentum after a recent absence. WWE seems to have a storyline for Alexa too, as she confronted Charlotte Flair backstage and told the Queen that they have to talk, which will hopefully lead to something productive for both. Let's hope WWE doesn't drop the ball again. Number 2, storyline hope for Los Garzas and Andrade. SmackDown is where tag team wrestling thrives in WWE. The Blue Brand's policy of focusing on its many gifted tag teams is wise as it helps differentiate SmackDown from Raw, which has a decent tag division but seems to focus on other matches. Last night's Garzas vs Andrade Rey Fenix match was solid and seems to be leading to a storyline for everyone involved, which could get even more interesting if the rumors of Phoenix's brother Penta El Zero reuniting with him pan out. Also, it was cool to see WWE actually put AAA accolades on Rey Fenix's entrance. Obviously, this is down to the buyout. Number 3, building up the tag titles. Now, another encouraging sign with SmackDown's tag division is how WWE continues to treat the WWE Tag Championship as prestigious titles that everyone wants a crack at. The Street Profits vs Fraction bout was a banger and a good preview of what fans can expect if WWE puts both teams into a program. The post-match show of respect was also a nice touch, and it helped dispel confusion about whether Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford are heels or babyfaces. Number 4, R-Truth is just good at anything. R-Truth is so established as a comedy figure that he can literally stand in the backstage area with a sign and get over with the fans. R-Truth's blind loyalty to his childhood hero John Cena continues to entertain, while also hinting that things will go very badly for Truth when Cena reminds Truth of the adage, never meet your heroes. Number 5, Drew McIntyre brings the fire. Drew McIntyre continues to make his presence felt on SmackDown while doing so in a minimalistic way. A fiery backstage promo here and a Claymore kick there is all the Scottish Warrior needs to do to remind fans he's not to be trifled with, as seen last night when he flattened Jacob Fatu with a Claymore. And Chelsea Green delivers a comedy. Chelsea Green is no longer United States Women's Champion, but that hasn't slowed her down in the slightest. Green's gift for comedy, combined with her strong skills in the ring, have elevated her into one of the women's division's rising stars, and it looks like Green will be in the Women's World Championship picture very soon. That was good. What about the bad is, number 1, it's getting a little tiresome, isn't it? John Cena's heel turn continues to underwhelm. While Cena made the best of things when The Rock disappeared from the storyline, his current campaign of running down today's product and his threat to ruin wrestling by walking away seems empty, redundant, and cliched. While there's nothing new regarding wrestling storylines, a modicum of effort can put a clever spin on something fans have seen before. But sadly, this hasn't been the case with Cena, and he seems to be going through the motions. Yeah, WWE fans can cry all they want saying that this is what we're supposed to get. We're supposed to get nothing in return. But that excuse is just getting tiresome at this point. WWE clearly painted themselves into a corner by having Cena turn heel without any planning whatsoever. Number 2, Solo Sikoa is useless. Solo Sikoa continues to take up valuable television time while doing absolutely nothing. While it's clear WWE wants Solo to serve as an eventual adversary to Jacob Fatu, Solo's value as a competitor is next to nothing, and no one thinks he'll have a chance when he eventually steps into the ring against Fatu. And number 3, another cruise control SmackDown. SmackDown's creative team phoned it in again this week, with predictable finishes of run-ins during the Street Profits vs Fraction match and the usual hijinks during any match involving Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. We got tiresome storylines and a by-the-numbers approach to booking Backlash, where the card looks pretty weak. WWE is in a rut and it needs to get out soon before fans start looking for other entertainment. And there was nothing downright ugly. For a go-home episode of SmackDown, it was so-so. Don't get us wrong, there was still some solid action with the Street Profits and Fraction match standing out. It was also great to see Alexa Bliss back in action again after the lukewarm booking of a return, but did that get you hyped enough for Backlash? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. As our first story looks at a fan who was thrown out and banned from SmackDown. Has John Cena's heel act finally enraged fans to the point that they want to attack him? Cena was preparing to cut a promo on SmackDown when a fan threw a Michelob beer bottle at Cena, but whilst the bottle missed Cena, he picked it up before tossing it aside. Cena seemed surprised by the apparent fan attack, and the person who allegedly threw the bottle was promptly taken away by security. However, a fan managed to capture the exact point where the fan threw the bottle, catching him in 4K. The IWC is debating whether the alleged attack was an enraged fan taking offense at Cena's heel act or the WWE planting the fan to create controversy. Many fans who claim that they were at the SmackDown event claim that the vendors pour drinks into cups and that the customers don't get to keep their bottles. Some skeptics claim that this is proof that the so-called fan was a plant, with WWE trying to manufacture heat. Skeptics also claim that the bottle bomber looked off camera as if he was waiting for a signal to throw it. If it was an angry fan rather than a plant, they had to know that they get kicked out and likely banned from the arena. Right now there's no information of any charges being brought against the fan, but it's likely with his antics, and if he wasn't a plant, he'd be banned from life from any event. Next up, the fake Randy Orton identity revealed. Now, who was a masked assailant who tried to hit an RKO on John Cena on the 9th May SmackDown? A masked assailant snuck into the ring while Cena was cutting a promo and attempted to hit an RKO out of nowhere. However, Cena must have had eyes in the back of his head as he dodged the attack and lifted the person up for an attitude adjustment. Whilst it was clearly not Randy Orton, who was a masked assailant's identity? Well, fans immediately began speculating about this as the wrestler was smaller than Cena, with some believing it was NXT superstar Miles Bourne, nicknamed Baby Orton by some NXT fans for his resemblance to Orton, his use of Randy Orton's early career dropkick, and occasional use of Orton's pose. However, the mystery seems to be solved, as fans notice the tattoos on the masked assailant, and they match up perfectly with former NXT North American champion Shawn Spears. As whilst his tattoos don't go all the way like Orton's, they look fairly similar, and Miles Bourne only has tattoos on one arm. The attack was just a setup as the real Randy Orton appeared, taking Cena out with an RKO out of nowhere, a reminder that the Viper can strike at any time. Next up, AJ Styles hacked again. Now, it was only recently where AJ Styles had to deal with a hacker online as somebody managed to hijack his Twitter account, posting meme coins on his account. Whilst AJ managed to inform fans that he had been hacked via video, then managed to get his account back, it seems like it's been hacked again. Whilst there's been no new statement from AJ Styles, his posts on Twitter are a little peculiar, particularly his replies, as he responded to a fan saying, "Are you trying to say it might have been a butt flapper?" And whilst one fan mentioned, "Are you hacked again?" AJ Styles would reply, "Why would you think I've been hacked again?" What do you guys think? Has AJ Styles been hacked again? Next up, Logan Paul apologizes to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Logan Paul has apologized to WWE icon Stone Cold Steve Austin, but why? The former United States champion had this to say during a vlog, saying, "Mr. Cold, I'd like to take this opportunity to apologize. I didn't mean to expose any private business conversations. I was hungover. I had a crazy night in Vegas. I was on my podcast, and sometimes I say too much. In fact, most times I say too much, Steve. I have a big mouth and a platform to say a bunch of shit, and I said a bunch of shit. I'm sorry, Steve. I hope I didn't ruin our relationship. I hope we can work together in the future." A Cultaholic provided some context for Paul's apology, explaining the Maverick disclosed he offered Austin $1 million to wear a Prime Energy drink bottle suit at WrestleMania 41, but Austin rejected. In addition, Paul initially revealed details of the discussion following WrestleMania, with Austin noting soon after that he thought it was personal business. Austin also explained he turned it down because he didn't believe it was a great fit for Stone Cold Steve Austin. This isn't the first time Paul has stuck his foot in his mouth, and hopefully he hasn't burnt any bridges with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Next up, Alexa Bliss reacts to a viral fan reaction. Now finally we got the return of Little Miss...
We don't care about Alexa Bliss. They could have gave us anybody else. I would have took NXT call up rather than Alexa.
Next up, a big bout coming to Saturday night's main event. It looks like WWE fans will get to see current World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso defend his title on the upcoming Saturday night's main event. And if a recent story from Fightful Select proves true, main event Jey will face one of WWE's hottest heels, that being Logan Paul. According to Fightful, Jey Uso vs Logan Paul has been penciled in for a Saturday night's main event. And the next main event is scheduled for 24th May, so fans will likely get an idea who is competing after Backlash. And finally, Karrion Kross's big backstage role. And last but not least, an intriguing insight into Karrion Kross's previously unknown backstage role in WWE, as former superstar Shotzi, who recently left the promotion when her contract was not renewed, revealed that Karrion Kross has been producing his social media promos and video productions. During an appearance on Busted Open Radio, she revealed he's hiring all these people to put all these productions together. It's honestly been really inspiring to see him taking it into his own hands. Cross recently starred in the short Blue Evening and is a member of the Screen Actors Guild. He also appeared in the 2022 short The Iron Sheik Massacre. This report confirms what Carrion's fans have heard before about his interest in film and film production. But there you have it folks, our look at the Blue brand as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure